Hello there. If you are watching this, you are either really intrigued by the title or really bored, or you genuinely don't know how to be a person, which would already be suspect behavior. But don't worry. Today, with my badly edited video made on Canva, I will teach you how to be a person without being cringe. Tag Canva in the comments to show them what abomination people like me are making using their tool. Let's begin. So what does it mean to be a person? If you are not a pet with their owner showing you this video to get your cute reaction, congrats, you are a person. You're halfway there, champ. Well done. Now, being a person is a subscription service you did not sign up for. It auto-renews daily. Some days you might feel like asking for a refund, but, you know what? Let's not talk about that right now. Even if you do feel like that, it's okay. It's only fair that you failed since you didn't have this video. That said, here are the steps of how to be a person. Imagine it's a new morning. You come to your senses. Even if being a person is your default setting, a lot could go wrong from here. So it's important that you spawn properly. When you wake up, do not immediately open your phone, because then you absorb the collective bullshit of the planet directly into your eyeballs. Instead, keep lying down and stare at the ceiling, like you do when you miss your ex at night while listening to Juice WRLD. This will calibrate your system and help you spawn in your day properly. If you still want to open your phone, well, fuck me for making this video, I guess. Wake up with your head full of shit, alright? I don't care. Anyway, let's move on to step 2. A fundamental to being a person is that you must maintain the flesh vehicle given to you called your body. This is not optional. You are not a houseplant. They're not as ugly as you. Here are a few things you need in order to keep it running. Let's begin with a cup of water. What do you do with it? You drink it. I bet you didn't know you can drink it, huh? You can. And you have to keep drinking it. They say 2 to 3 liters a day, but fuck 'em. Drink 3.1 liters. Next is food. Your pea-sized brain requires fuel. If you refuse to eat, you will become, well, unstable. You might start crashing out. Your opinions might get stinky. You might think of texting your ex. Or the worst of all, you might think of starting a podcast. Then comes sunlight and movement. Basically, get out of your house and touch some grass for once. And with touching grass, you will also need social contact. You don't need 100 friends. You don't need to go out rizzing up the huzz and get beat up for it. You need a few, or even one person who will tell you, bro, I got you, and mean it. Now we reach a real zinger, and that's continuing to exist as a person. You continue to exist if you do the maintenance thing right and not rage quit or are forced to log out. Now, existing by itself is boring. It is mostly waiting for your turn, for opportunities, for results, for people, for games, for anime, I think you get the point. So you gotta keep yourself occupied. No, not like this. You know what? Figure it out yourself. Let's move on. Many people think being a person needs you to have a personality. You know, because personality. It's basically acquiring traits and tastes that helps you with socializing that we learned in step 2. And it's pretty important. So what many do is they download one from the internet, and that's where they get infected with cringe. They pick a character, then perform it daily, then wonder why they are exhausted and why people call them cringe. If you are tired after socializing, maybe stop trying to fit in. It'll be much better if you be the yourself person. Your personality is not supposed to be a costume. It is supposed to be a side effect of you being alive and having thoughts. And that brings us to step 5, thoughts. So smooth, right? Anyway, thoughts. You will have many, mostly useless ones. Thoughts occur when your brain is doing improv or freestyle rap. Sometimes they're good. Sometimes they're just, what the fuck? Your job is to notice the thought, slow down, and not do anything that might seem cringe. And that's that. Now you know how to be a person. Let's talk about the second part of the title, how to be it without being cringe. Now, whenever you leave the house, remember, other humans have eyes too, and opinions, and the free will to misunderstand you. Listen carefully. This is where most people become cringe. The moment you realize you're a physical object wandering in the public, you might malfunction. It all happens fast and is simply subjective, so you can do nothing wrong and still be cringe to someone. So basically, sorry to break it down to you, but You cannot avoid being cringe. You might not even be cringe, but you are simply observable. Higher the number of eyes seeing you, higher the chances that you are being seen as cringe. You can, however, make sure you're at least normal. You see, cringe behavior is mostly self-reporting. If you walk into a room thinking, I am Himothy the Third, I gotta rizz up some huzz, you will start behaving like an alien. Easy for the cool kids to be like, why so cringe, bruh? If you walk into a room thinking, I'm here and I'm me, you will look normal. And the cool kids would, well, not notice you, so you're safe. Being a person is not about not looking cringe. It's about being present, having confidence, and using your brain during certain encounters. That's it. That's the tutorial. And if you made it this far and thought, this video didn't teach me how to not be cringe, well, stop being cringe, you cringe person. If you want more of such life-changing videos, like the video, subscribe the channel, share with your friends who might need to hear this, and tag Canva, I guess. Let's see if they agree with what I said, for using their tool and stuff.